Since the oil price shocks of the 1970s, America has been worried about its dependence on foreign oil. But all that is about to change, says Gary Hufbauer, a scholar here who follows the international energy markets.
It's really a dramatic change, not only for this country, but for the world. The prediction from the International Energy Agency is that the United States will account for perhaps 40% of the new oil over the next decade. This is a big change. The United States will be essentially will become an oil exporter and an energy exporter and a natural gas exporter, which of course hasn't happened in a long time.
The dramatic increase in U.S. oil production is due to new technologies that for the first time are allowing the recovery of oil from huge shale deposits under American soil.
The change is due to the technology of fracturing shale. It's a combination of using high-pressure water with other chemicals to break up shale, and then that is combined with horizontal drilling. I mean, we think of drilling as going down, but the technology has been developed to drill horizontally in all directions once you go down. This means that one drill hole can access hundreds of acres of land around it, the shale in that, and then the oil and gas in that high-pressure area is forced up. This is a technology which is now only about 10 years old.
Hufbauer expects the increase in American oil production to sharply reduce world oil prices.
On the price of oil and natural gas is already very low, but oil will probably come down from the $90, $100 range, possibly, and I know this sounds maybe far-fetched, but maybe down to $40, $50 as a result of these new dimensions, $40 to $50 a barrel. This is a big change. It only takes a small increase in the supply of oil to have a big price impact.
But Saudi oil minister Ali Al-Naimi said recently that the kingdom welcomes the U.S. shale oil boom because it could help stabilize global oil markets.
Saudi Arabia has been the great stabilizer of world markets, a role it's played very responsibly for, I would say, the past, 30, 40 years. You might say, well, lower prices, that seems to be a bad thing. But maybe from a Saudi point of view, this means that they can not ramp up production, maybe even slow down production and keep the oil in the ground for a longer period of time.
Hufbauer says lower oil prices will help global economic growth, but at the same time they'll have a downside. They will make it harder to limit the use of fossil fuels that are contributing to global warming. Growing American output is expected to lower global oil prices, perhaps dramatically, in the coming years. But Saudi Arabia says that's okay. Saudi officials say the kingdom's long-term interests lie in a stable oil market and a growing world economy. Burton Bolag, KSA2, Washington.